everybody, thank you so much for watching today's video. I'm so excited to record this next update on my very first ever project pan. I posted my update video in February on the 14th. I am recording this on the 14th and it will probably go live on like the 16th or 17th. But you know, I did get a full month of use from February 14th to March 14th. So if you want to see the progress on my first ever project pan, then go ahead and stick around and keep on watching. If you have not seen the intro video where I talk about all the products that I'm putting in, go ahead and watch that one first. And then there's also the first update that I did in February, and this is now the second update for March. Okay, so the first item in my project pan was the Catrice Goodbye Pores Prime and Fine Poreless Blur Primer. So my goal was to get about halfway down. No. My goal, I think, was to get down to the P of pores. But either way, have not met my goal, but I have been using it just about daily. I think there was like one time where I used a different primer, but where, you know, the bottom of my thumb, about to the top of that D and B is where I'm at now. And this was like completely full when I started. So I used that 23 times since February 14th. Definitely making some steady progress on that. My next item in the project pan is the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. And this one is now down to here. Let's see. There we go. So definitely looking like some consistent usage over the last 2 months between January, February, and then February to March. It's making steady progress, but I want to finish this one. I feel like maybe I should amp it up a little bit in the month of March, which will probably work out because this will be a good shade match. I was mixing it with some foundations. I was mixing it with my Estee Lauder Double Wear foundation in a really light shade. And so that was giving me a good shade match between the two when I mixed them. And then I also really liked the finish of it too, because the Double Wear gave me more full coverage, whereas the Luminous Silk foundation did kind of like sheer it out a little bit, make it a little bit more radiant, a little bit more on the natural side, but still pretty full coverage. So I think I will just use the Luminous Silk foundation on its own for the month of March. I think I want a little less full coverage, a little bit more like sheer, more natural-ish look. Okay, my next item is the Urban Decay highlighter in the shade Sin, and I used this one 18 times since February 14th. After 2 uses, I hit pan. Sorry, 2 uses from the first update. Look at that big pan. I've been using it ever since then, so it's gotten a lot of good love, a lot of good use, but that is a goal met. Yay! So this one will be rolling out of the project and I will replace it with a different highlighter. So in the first update, I had used this 28 times, and that doesn't include like the little bit of previous use that I had on this. It wasn't a lot. This was a very neglected highlighter in my collection. But in the first update, I had used it 28 times, and then on the 30th use, so 2 times into this month, is when I hit pan on this one. And then I kept using it and just expanding that pan even more. So that's super exciting, yay! My first rollout. The next item is in my Lorac Pro 2 palette. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and show you the next 2 items. It was the shade, 2 eyeshadow shades from this palette. It was the shade Mocha and Cocoa. I used the shade Cocoa 5 times in the last month, and that's what we're looking like. So hopefully you can see a little bit of progress, right? A little bit more of a dip, but definitely we're not at pan yet. And the other shade Mocha, I used it 8 times this month, and here we are, bright, shiny pan, yay! So I figured this one was pretty close. That's why I rolled it into my first project pan, because I figured that one would be an easy one to hit pan on. And so this one, let's see, I had used it twice as of the first update, and then after 3 more uses, I hit pan on Mocha. So after 5 uses in my project, that's when I was able to hit pan on this eyeshadow. So yay, another rollout. So that's number two rollouts. Okay, the next 2 eyeshadows are from my Natasha Denona mini Triochrome palette. And it's the shades Strike and Aero, the 2 shimmer shades, right? So here's Strike, this beautiful like multi-chrome shade. And then Aero is this beautiful like blue silver shade. I have not used either of them, and I feel really bad that I've neglected these, especially this blue toned silver. I should have used that more, especially in January, you know, into the early part of February, in that like wintry and kind of icy part of the year. But they both have been sadly very neglected from me. Shame on me, sorry. And silly me, I thought I was gonna hit pan on both of those shades. I think I may need to amend the goal on those. I think I just need to put like, I just need to reach 5 uses on both of those shades, and then they can roll out. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna modify a little bit. Okay, the next item is my Charlotte Tilbury Lip Cheat lip liner pencil in the shade Pillow Talk medium to medium. This is what it looks like. I just used it in my Get Ready With Me video, and I haven't sharpened it, but I used it to line and fill my lips. Let's look at the progress. So this is where we are for March. I'm trying to let you see the bottom. Move fingers. Right, but we've had a nice big jump from February to March, much bigger than from January to February. I started using this to line and fill my lips, and I like the color that it makes underneath the Velvet Teddy lipstick. I've been really enjoying using it that way, because without the lip liner, the Velvet Teddy lipstick does look a little bit more on like the warm terracotta, like leaning towards orangey shade, but with the lip liner underneath it, that definitely gives it more of a rosy, more pink shade, and I like that a lot better. Okay, the last item in my project pan is the MAC Velvet Teddy lipstick. That's it. Look, that's all that's left. I'm so close to finishing it. So if you look at the progress picture, right, that's all that we have left, this tiny little nub. So we are almost done. I feel like I've gotten pretty consistent usage between this month from January to February, and then February to March, making steady progress. We're almost done. This one's gonna be done next month. I'm so excited. That'll be my first ever lipstick that I finished, first bullet lipstick. I have finished, I think, 2 of the Maybelline Superstay Matte Ink Liquid lipsticks. I think I've finished 2 of those before, but this will be my first bullet lipstick I've ever finished. Okay, I went ahead and chose my next 2 products to replace the ones that are rolling out. So to replace the Urban Decay highlighter, I've got this Maybelline Master Chrome highlighter. This is in the shade number 250. I don't see a shade name, but I think this is my oldest highlighter. It's a really, really pretty metallic formula. It's very soft. So, oops. Oh man. So the packaging is broken, and when I was closing it, I just dug the side of it into the highlighter. Love that. Love that for me. Here we go. That is a huge swatch. That is a really, really pretty highlighter. Feels like it's similar-ish in shade to the Urban Decay one. Anyway, I'm looking forward to using that highlighter and hitting a pan in my oldest highlighter in my collection. That would be nice. To replace the shade Mocha, the eyeshadow shade Mocha from my Lorac Pro 2 palette, I have another one of my oldest palettes. I'm trying to go in order of like my oldest palettes, and I have these 3 that are also from Lorac, right? These were a gift from my stepmother-in-law for Christmas It may have been 2014. It may have been 2017. She got them for me for Christmas, like the whole set. I think this was a trio of quad eyeshadow palettes that they released. But anyway, so in this little quad, it's called Plum Velvet. I want to hit a pan, but we're gonna go with this shade. I feel like that's gonna be pretty easy. It does have some use on it. It's got a pretty good dip going. Let's get a swatch. Okay, so there's that. So that feels like it'll be an easy either inner corner highlight. Yeah, probably inner corner highlight. So now the goal is to hit a pan in that one. So I would love to work my way through like my oldest eyeshadow palettes. All my oldest products are what I'm going to be pulling in as replacement items. Now the Natasha Denona one, this is a gift that I just got very recently, also from my stepmother-in-law. Thank you, Kim. And so that is a new item in my collection, but I do still want to put some good use onto that one because it's just so pretty, and I feel so bad that I've used it once in the first Project Fan video. I haven't really played with a whole lot of color in the past couple months, so that's why, because I love those colors. Beautiful. So I swatched the rest of the eyeshadows. So here is the shade from that Plum Velvet Quad. I wonder if it has a name. It does not have a name. It is an unnamed eyeshadow. This one is the shade Mocha from the Lorac Pro 2 palette. All right, it's a nice, really beautiful, rich chocolatey brown. This is the shade Drake from the Natasha Denona Mini Triochrome palette. Let me see if I can get a little closer. There we go. So you can see a little bit of the shift in that shadow. It is beautiful. And then we've got, I think it's Aero, is this last one. Like, doesn't that make a really beautiful, like, wintry color palette? Yeah, that's such a January color palette to me. And it's March. It's okay. It's fine. I mean, I can definitely work with the neutral shades for spring. That Mocha is obviously for darkening up looks and things like that. I will find a way. I'll find a way to use this beautiful multichrome and that bluish silver. I'll figure out a way. It'll happen. Well, that is it for today's video. I am so excited to have rolled into new items into my project pan and to get to start tracking progress on those over the month of March, headed into April. If you had something that you thought that I was going to reach my goal on but didn't, or if you were right and you thought there was something that I would reach my goal on and did, comment that down below. I would love to hear your thoughts, and then let me know what you think. What are your predictions for me for this next month as we go through March and head into April. That's all for today's video. I hope that you liked it. I hope that you'll give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And I also hope that you are having a great day or night. And that is going to be it for this one. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.